Welcome to the Weekly Thrive Report, and I'm your host, Greg E. the Coach and Change Agent. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm pumped. It's my homegirl Jasmine's 28th birthday. Shout out to her, man. So we're having a blast. This week has been phenomenal. Ups, downs, but I'm still here with y'all, man. So before I get into what I talk about this week, I have two key housekeeping things. Number one, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like it, alright? Number two, July 8th, 704, Charlotte, I'm coming to you live on the rec. Minority Trailblazer Podcast Tour kicks off in Charlotte, North Carolina, Saturday, July 8th, from 3 to 7 at Event Co-working. Alright, so all the details can be found at gregehill.com/MTP Live. Alright, early birds almost done. I'm also offering a 1-hour session. I'm only having 7 people to pick my brain about podcasting, getting into speaking, writing a book, all that. Alright, so make sure you go copy tickets. Let's get into the show. This week, the focus and the theme is going to be on force. You're like, okay, what are you talking about, right? So let me get close with this. What I've realized over the last couple years is there's a distinct difference between those that achieve their goals and those that don't. But the difference is not in work ethic. The difference is not in the circle of people you're around. The difference is not capital. The difference is one thing. It's about force. I'm getting somewhere with that, right? So when I say force, playing with force, thinking with force, living with force, that is the person that wakes up at 5:30 a.m. that said, man, I really don't feel like working today, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And the person that wakes up at 5:30 a.m. and says, man, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna thrive. This is what I'm called to do. Let's eat. In 10 years, I guarantee the person that with the 5:30 with the spirit of, man, I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna see what happens. And the same person, if they would have woke up at 5:30 a.m., pumped, ready to go, have their mindset ready, I guarantee they'll be in 2 different places in 10 years. So when I talk about living with force, that means being intentional. That means being excited. That means having a spirit that you can do anything and you will do anything because you deserve it, because you put in all that work to do it, right? You have a spirit of expectation. So I'm going to give you 3 ways this week how you can elevate your force and be the person you need to be, all right? So the first thing you do to live with more force, you need to elevate your attitude, right? So this week, Monday, driving in for an oil change. All I wanted was an oil change, but you know how that works. Ran in for an oil change. Guy said, hey, I gotta talk to you for a second. Oh, your radiator's going, blah, blah. It's gonna be extra 150. Okay, boom. Oh, dang, well, your thermostat's out, that's gonna be extra 50. So I said, all right, man, I got it. Long story short, I walked in, needed an oil change. I walked out $250 lighter, and my car was still messing up. Actually, my car was in worse shape. 2 years ago, that would have threw off my whole week or whatever, but I said, guess what? I know why I'm here. I got a tour next week. I got a book coming out soon. Got an album coming out soon. My focus is on the future. I'm not worried about that, right? So Tuesday, dominated. Wednesday, dominated. Thursday, Friday weekend has been phenomenal because guess what? My attitude changed the situation. So I challenge you this week, when you have an opportunity, when you encounter something, when you're going to the gym, change your attitude, right? Don't say, man, I gotta wake up and run this 5 miles. I know it sounds crazy, but say, I'm excited that I get a chance to run 5 miles, right? Don't say, man, I want to write this book, but I'm lazy. And for those that are trying to lose weight, they're like, man, I got to go on this diet, eat these salads, to get all this weight. No. Let's change that spirit. That, man, I get an opportunity to eat this salad. I get an opportunity to wake up early and go to the gym. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm telling you, the people that operate with that type of excitement about life, look at P. Diddy, right? Look at Diddy. There's probably people out there that work just as hard as Diddy, right? There's probably people out there who are just as connected as Diddy, right? But his force in which he lives and his attitude is always like, let's get it done, no obstacles. And if we live with that kind of force, that kind of attitude, that excitement, imagine how many lives will be changed from you. Imagine how many people will want to be around you. Imagine how many people want to invest in you. Imagine how many people would like to work with you because your spirit, your energy, your attitude. That's why I get the gigs I get now, because you ain't gonna see me being negative. You ain't gonna see me being nasty. You're gonna see me with the attitude of let's get it and I will not be stopped. So I need to challenge you to level up and elevate your attitude. And the second thing that encourages you to live with more force is to shift your focus. When you find yourself spending so much time looking at problems and not focusing on solutions, then life can get haywire. Life can get you can have a lot of anxiety. Life can get tough. But when you're focused on how can I add more value, what is driving revenue, what really makes me happy, when you're asking the right questions in your mind and focusing on the right things, life is a lot better. People around you are a lot better. Things happen in your favor. But when you're focused on problems, when you're focused on issues, when you're looking at those bills and your anxiety, all this other stuff, what time are you going to focus on how to get out of that? It pains me when I see students that come in or people my age that reach out and they still stuck in the same place they were 3 years ago. Still got the same mindset, same group of friends, and I know that they want more. They want to do more. They want to be more. But they focus all their energy on the problems and never on the solution. So I challenge you, number 2, in order to shift, in order to make that increase, in order to live life with more force, focus on the solutions. Focus on what you can do and not on what you can't. And last, but certainly not least, and this is the most pivotal, if you don't hear anything I said, most pivotal, live what you believe. When you operate in force, when you operate with a spirit of, I not only am going to dominate, this is what I'm called to do, this is what I can be doing, this is what I should be doing, and I'm going to go here and get it. You got to make sure you're living what you believe. A lot of people are struggling right now, and sometimes some days I struggle myself. Do I really believe I'm going to blow up in this speaking thing? Did I really believe my podcast is going to blow up? Did I really believe that I can make $5,000 to speak for an hour? Did I really believe that? My mindset, and in my head, I thought I did, but I wasn't living like it. But when I told myself, Greg, you can do it. Greg, you are the guy. Greg, you can change the world. I gave myself the opportunity, the will to say, Greg, you can change the world. And I lived it. When I walked in the rooms, lights on, let's get it. You gave me a mic. I don't care if it was free. I don't care if it was 5,000. I killed it. When I said I wanted to write a book, and then I finally said, okay, I live like it, right? 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. 3 months I had the first book. Then second book, I said, okay, I need this, I need that. Ask the questions to people. Now we had a second book. Third book is going to be phenomenal. Guess what? Because I told myself that not only do I believe I can be a best-selling author, but I live like it. I have a spirit of expectation. And a lot of y'all right now, you say you believe a lot of stuff, but if you look at your actions, you look at the friends you're around, you look at where you spend your money at, you look at what you do on the weekends, you look at what you do in the free time, it does not make sense of what you really believe in. So I just challenge you, if you don't hear anything else, I want you to start living what you believe in, so ultimately you can live with more force. You can force the universe to give you what you deserve, all right? So hopefully that makes sense to somebody. Hopefully that hits somebody's spirit because, yo, guys, you live with force, you can't be stopped. But if you don't, life will put all these obstacles in the way. Instead of you attacking them, you try to go around them, and they'll step on you like an ant. First things first, great things that happen. I launched the Minority Trailblazer live tour in Charlotte. I had the Eventbrite up. And this is huge to see the first people ordering and like, yo, they're coming to see the podcast, to see something that, man, I never thought was even possible. And now I'm going on tour and people are paying to grow with me. So I mean, it was a very, very surreal experience to do that. So thank y'all for your support thus far. And please keep supporting me, all right? Second great thing that happened, got the verified check on Twitter, man. I'm really not big on like affirmation from social media and whatnot. But I am big on the Twitter verification because that allows me, gives me some credibility to reach out to other influencers that are doing great things and hopefully bring them on my show, my podcast, and other things I'm working on to bring more value to the culture. So that's why it was so exciting when I got that little check on it there. Third, definitely not least, I got my Everyday I Pray bands from my boy Peter Dutton, man. They came in the mail, only $1 a band. Great dude, great store, great cause. And man, I just like to support what my people are wearing. I want to get to the point where if I'm not wearing my own brand, Minority Trailblazer, or Culture Change Agent, or Greg E. Hill, I'm wearing Darren Brand shirt. I'm wearing Epic clothing gear. I'm wearing I Pray Every Day. I'm wearing my people I know I support. I'm not on no logo anymore. I'm not on no Gucci. I've never been on Gucci anyway. I can't afford that. But I'm not on the other stuff. I'm on my people, my culture, and I'm representing what I believe. And I believe in you. I believe in the dreams of people, and I believe in my culture. Also, too, we got merch. Minority Trailblazer merch. It is on sale now. GregGhood.com/merchandise. Go ahead and get you something. And we're going to jump right into one area of improvement. So my one area of improvement, I said this like a couple episodes ago, but I got to get back into it. I need to have airplane focus. What does that mean? When I first start the day, a lot of times I have a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, and some days, honestly, I spend multitasking. I hate multitasking. But this last week, I felt I was just stretched multitasking, doing all this stuff. But going forward, this week, I want to focus on having that airplane mentality. When I'm in the lab, airplane mode. One priority at a time. One task at a time. That's it. And I guarantee if I just focus like that, my revenue goals, my impact goals, life goals, whatever goals, will be in a whole different level. So that's the area of growth I need to have this week. My recommended book is Produced by Faith by Devon Franklin. I know him and his wife Megan Good just had a book called The Wait, but his first book, man, it was phenomenal. It shares his story being an intern for Will Smith and being a producer in Hollywood, but also being a faith, which is kind of, mixed a little bit. And he shares his journey, his testimony, and the way it's broken down step by step by step is just phenomenal. So I guarantee, buy the book. If you don't like it, email me, greg@greggyhood.com, and I'll give you a refund myself. Limit to like 5 people, so don't everybody just say, I got the book and whatever. Now, you gotta send me the receipts too, but I got you. I guarantee that book will change your life, specifically for those that are in industries and maybe rap or film or whatever, where your faith and your career kind of collide. My big takeaway of the week is focus on perspective, not the problem. I know I talked about it a little earlier in my theme, but it's crazy where if you focus on your perspective, focus on practice, focus on consistency instead of problems, the problem will solve itself. So that's one of my takeaways I've been learning. And shout out to Orlando Thomas, my preacher at Southside. He spoke a word about ants and he correlated to focus and problems and all that good stuff, man. So I got a lot from that journey. I got a lot from that word. So that's my one key takeaway for the week. My one goal for next week, simple. Sell out my Charlotte Minority Trailblazer event. It is Sunday, 3/13 right now. So we got a week. 2 weeks into the event, I'm about to go ham on social media. You're going to see me everywhere saying everything because I guarantee it's going to be a life-changing event. So make sure you go ahead and get them tickets. And last but certainly not least, my one challenge to you this week is to finally sell out on your dreams. What's it going to take for you to go all out on your dreams? What's it going to take? I don't know what it is, but it's up to you. This week, this moment, today, right now, if you're not all in, if you're not on level 6, it's time to get there, all right? Because if not, the world's going to miss out what you can provide, all right? So make sure you do one of two things. First, subscribe to the channel. Second, make sure you cop a ticket. And last but certainly not least, make sure you change the freaking culture. Good night. What we got this week? Ain't nothing like a pair of rings. Oh, an Air Force One. And I said to myself, I can't keep singing that. Y'all gonna start unfollowing me, stuff like that. Like,